Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're here at the ITWeb Security Summit 2023, here on the exhibition floor at Samson Convention Center. I'm joined today by Stuart from a company called Siker. Now, Stuart's come from the UK. He was just telling me he's come via another place, but he's here ostensibly from the UK. And I believe you're talking in a panel later on today. But I think let's go through a bit about what you're going to talk about in the panel.
Yes.
Just to perhaps give me a little bit of a precursor. What's the topic? What are you focusing on?
So the topic that we're talking on later is critical national infrastructure and the securing of the critical national infrastructure.
Okay.
It's very important to us that, all the assets that we have in the country, water, power, electricity, wind farm, all of these things are secure. Because if they go down, we're really in trouble. So the main topic of the conversation is trying to secure.
Okay. Obviously, we can't talk about anything in South Africa without talking about load shedding.
Yes.
But yeah, let's come on to that in a minute. I think the key focus that you were talking to me about earlier is it's not about securing the perimeter, it's not about securing your SOC. It's about securing the engineers, and I think that's a kind of an interesting approach. So yeah, maybe if you can dig into that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, sure. So it's our belief that if a threat actor is going to target a company, if we just take water, for example, then they're not going to go after an IT team.
Sure.
Because the IT teams have big budgets, they have lots of technology, they have lots of training, but they're going to go for the low-hanging fruit, which is the electrical engineer or the water engineer that's been in the company for 25, 30 years that is close to retirement or something like that and doesn't have any knowledge of security. So these are the people that they're going to be targeting and not that IT cluster within the organization. So it's our belief that we should be at least having an awareness level of security and how to secure yourself and how to secure your company to make sure that whatever it is that you're protecting is secure.
Okay, so how are you getting these kind of disinterested guys? Maybe they're kind of it's towards the end of my time here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to pay attention to these newfangled cybersecurity things. How do you get them into use? How do you get their buy-in?
So one of the things that we've been focusing on is rewriting the literature to being what we call safety speak, because that when you go offshore for an oil and gas rig, or if you go onto a nuclear power station, you have to have a health and safety assessment before you go, and that's all in safety speak. So we've tried to rewrite the IT security posture in sort of an engineering safety speak,
Okay,
and try because they are aware of this and they've been practicing it for 20, 30 years. And they are used to the terminology that's been thrown around. So we've sort of tried to rewrite the culture for that as well.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and have you done any business out here in South Africa, or is this your first kind of time here and you're trying to see how the markets sit together?
This is my first time in South Africa, and it's actually the company's first time in South Africa as well. We have some clients in North Africa, but when the UK High Commission put together the trade mission that we're on just now, and we had an internal discussion, it was absolutely a country that we wanted to come out to and see what was here. We've had some very interesting conversations so far with some very interesting companies, and I think it's been a fantastic event so far.
And are you talking to kind of general companies? Or are you focusing in on the critical infrastructure companies? Like who's kind of been chatting to you the most?
So we found it's more like a partnership approach here. So the critical national infrastructure companies, we've only had one or two conversations in this, but it's more like the MSSPs and the other providers, maybe SOC providers and this kind of stuff. They're very interested in talking to us about potential partnerships going forward. They have clients in mind, or they've got particular sites in mind that they want to go into and help us secure. So partnerships has absolutely been the way forward here.
Okay, and you're open to partnerships with local. Okay,
absolutely. The thing is, the companies that are based here know the infrastructure and they know the people here better than I do. I'm a foreigner coming in, and whilst we do have security knowledge, especially in the critical national infrastructure, we need people here that know the culture.
Sure.
And so I would much rather go through a partner who knows, that they might know the people inside that company and how they talk and work. I would much rather do that than directly approach a company. So open to partnerships for sure.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Stuart, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much.